Before college, I did everything. I worked, for 5 summers, I worked in a sawmill when I was going to college. And actually, I'm glad, it was the hardest physical labor I've ever done, but it was a really good job to have because I got a lot of hours and I could make enough in a summer to pay for my college. Of course, college was a lot cheaper back then. And then I didn't have to work during the year. And what it taught me too was a real appreciation for everybody. And I realized that, like, sometimes I was fortunate that I had opportunities to go to college, and I realized that some people don't have that opportunity, and every day they get up and did that job. I did that job for 3 months. They did it for the whole year to feed their families. And so I gained a real appreciation for all people in all walks of life. And then after I graduated college, I went to work in retail, as I said, in management. And it was a good job. I enjoyed the job because it was very competitive, but I realized that the hours were just going to kill me in the end. We worked, a lot of 50, 60-hour weeks, and probably in the holidays, 80-hour weeks, and you may work 2 weeks without a day off. And I'm like, it's not for me. And then the one thing I took from that job, though, well, I took a lot of things, but one thing for sure I took is that probably what I liked most was working with the large number of high school kids that worked for us. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll go get a credential and be a teacher. And so, as they say, the rest is history. I taught 6 years in Chico, and then I was a computer teacher here for 9 years, and now I'm in the role I'm in. Just never give up. Never give up. I live by that theory my whole life, and I always tell people, have a plan, and obviously, and when I say a plan, a long-term plan, and things make you deviate from that plan, obviously, but when things get tough, that's when the plan's most important, because you're wondering, why am I doing this? What am I doing? And you always have to fall back on that plan, and sometimes it may take you 2 or 3 times as long as you thought. Sometimes it may go another direction, but at least have a sight of that, and just never quit. I just can't emphasize that enough, because I really believe that the most important quality anybody can have, above everything, is just that never say die, just refuse to give up attitude. And I guarantee you that you will do what you want to do. It may take longer, but you will get there if you just always just keep trying. You will get there. Honestly, I think there's a lot of factors. Some people just don't grow. They just don't grow up till they're sometimes 25, 28. It just happens. But I think another thing is life is probably the most humbling thing you'll ever experience. It humbles all of us. And so when a student is pushed out of the nest on their own, and you have to survive on your own, and you realize that, wow, nobody's there to take care of me anymore, nobody's there to cook and clean for me or pay my rent, it's very humbling. And then that's when you kind of realize, whew, I'm either got to straighten up and start growing up, or I don't know what I'm going to do, So that has a big effect on the maturity level. And some people, they don't find their niche or their interest until you may meet somebody, or you may work somewhere and see somebody else doing this job, and you think, wow, that's really cool, I'd like to do that. And so, that just gives you that spark. But I think for the most part, some people just grow up later in life. That's why, our job is to get you from here to point A to point B, whether you want to or not, because I know eventually you're going to want to do something. And when you do, I want you to have the skills that are going to enable you to do that. And something I've always told young people is that we're all going to do things that we shouldn't do at some point in our life, and we may know it at the time, but just don't do anything that's going to be an anchor on you for your whole life. Don't do anything that's going to really prevent you from achieving your goals. So just think about that. Like for me, I always wanted to do certain things. So I would think, is this going to prevent me from doing what I want to do? And if it was like, nah, probably not, then I didn't worry about it. If it was like, yeah, that could really prevent me from what I wanted to do, then I didn't do it. So, you know, have that plan, have a goal of some sort. It could be very broad, and just always keep pushing towards that goal. Just keep working towards it. No matter how, I mean, I was 29, I went back to school, and I thought, you know, like I said, I thought I was an idiot because I'm back in college with a bunch of 22 and 21-year-olds, you know, and that was 19 years ago, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So, you know, don't ever think you're too old to do that.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Cabrera. And my name is Mariana Cabrera.
My name is Tony Maciel.
My name is Jesus Huey.